All right, Houstonians, let's talk about something none of us signed up for when we moved here. Frozen pipes. You heard me. Pipes that freeze in Houston. Yeah, I know. It sounds like the setup to a bad joke.
But it's not a joke. When you go to brush your teeth and the faucet just sighs at you, or worse, when that frozen pipe decides to thaw and takes your ceiling out and half of the upstairs with water damage.
Today we're covering how to thaw those pipes safely, and more importantly, how not to burn your house down in the process.
Which apparently is something we have to say out loud, so let's buckle up.
Getting ready to start plumbing.
Welcome back to the Potty Mouth Guys, Houston's favorite podcast for plumbing sanity, homeowner education, and even occasional therapy.
Yeah, we're talking about freezing weather today. The yearly tradition where Houston collectively forgets that temperatures can drop below 40 and that our plumbing was built by people who assumed winter was optional.
If you've ever dealt with frozen pipes during a hard freeze, you know it's stressful. No water, weird noises, pipes that feel like popsicles maybe?
Yeah, and then the panic Googling begins. Do frozen pipes burst? Can I thaw them with a blowtorch? The answer is no, absolutely not. Put that thing down, you'll shoot your eye out.
You'll shoot your eye out!
Yeah, so let's walk through how to thaw frozen pipes the right way so we can keep your home from becoming a wading pool or a smoking pile of ruins.
True.
The big question we get every winter, why do my pipes freeze so fast? I thought this only happened in Minnesota. Nope, it happens here, and honestly, even easier.
That's because most of our plumbing runs through attics, garages, exterior walls. Basically everywhere cold air throws a party and insulation was not invited.
In older homes, exposed outdoor plumbing pipes may not have insulation on them at all. You combine that with a 20-degree night and a boom, frozen pipes. No water. Now the waiting game begins.
Yeah, plus Houston freezes come on very quickly. One good cold front and everything that wasn't prepared gets taken out in the frigid blast.
First rule of frozen pipes.
Don't panic.
Second rule, don't touch anything that has a flame.
Yeah, we say this first because we have lawyers, and second because during every freeze somebody tries it, right? Whoa, but I saw this video online. Yeah, great. That guy lives in Montana, has 2 decades of experience, and zero interest in the safety of your home.
Here's what you do instead. Start by turning on the faucet connected to the frozen pipe. Even a slight drip will help release that pressure.
Next, you need to apply gentle heat. Hair dryer, heating pad, warm towels. These are your safest, most house-friendly options.
If you've got access to the offending pipe, warm it slowly from the faucet end towards the frozen section. Slow and steady will always win this race.
Yeah, if the pipe is behind the drywall, unless you see a wet spot, do not start ripping into things like a one-man demolition crew. You'll likely miss the frozen spot and have to explain why part of the wall is missing that had nothing to do with your frozen pipe.
That's when you call us, or any qualified plumber, but preferably us. We've got equipment that warms pipes evenly and safely.
And hey, if water starts flowing again, keep that faucet running for a few minutes. Let everything thaw completely before shutting it off again.
Houston homeowners are creative, I'll give you that. But some of the things we've seen over the years, just no.
Yeah, it breaks down like this. No torches, no ladders, definitely no outdoor grill shoved under the sink.
Do not aim one of those high output kerosene heaters at the pipe to blow heat on it. Chances are something close to it or the pipe itself is going to get hot enough to start a fire. If this happens to a pipe behind drywall, you're looking at a whole lot of extra work for yourself, and your pipe will probably still be frozen.
Well, if the pipe burst, at least you wouldn't have to worry much about the fire.
That's true. And also, no hitting the pipe. It doesn't break the ice. It just helps you release your frustration on a plumbing line. You'll also probably break the pipe.
And please, don't crank the thermostat to 90 hoping the attic warms up. All you do is roast yourself while the attic stays the same temperature.
A frozen pipe doesn't always burst, but the risk is very real, especially in older homes or where there are multiple freeze points to that house.
Yeah, the moment the ice melts, if there's a crack, water will find it and it will not be very polite.
If you hear dripping behind the wall, see water stains, or the pipe looks swollen, stop thawing and shut off your water at the main valve immediately.
Yeah, if you don't know where your main water shutoff valve is, that's your assignment for today. Go find it before the freeze hits.
Call Nix when the frozen pipe is hidden, when multiple fixtures aren't working, or when you've been thawing for 30 minutes with no luck.
Or call Nix if the idea of climbing in the attic during a freeze sounds about as appealing as barefoot leg day.
We've been thawing, repairing, and winter-proofing pipes since around 1979. There isn't a freeze problem we haven't seen.
And our trucks, fully stocked like a mobile plumbing command center.
Frozen pipes are fixable, burst pipes are preventable. The trick is acting early, thawing safely, and calling a pro before things get out of hand.
Yeah, give those pipes some attention now, and they'll treat you a whole lot nicer when the next cold front rolls in.
If you're dealing with frozen pipes or want a freeze prep inspection before the next cold snap, call Nix today.
We'll keep your home dry, your pipes intact, and your sanity mostly preserved. If you like this show and want to see more like it, go ahead and tap the like button and smash the subscribe button to get alerts when we release a new show every 2 weeks.
Stay warm, Houston.
We'll catch you next
out.
time.
We're done.